to get your attention somehow. I have a proposition.
In that case, perhaps we should move to your room.
I'll take the check.
Right. No. Okay, sure. Yeah, no, I'll talk to you soon. Right. I was, Brian, he and Katie called back.
Did you tell him?
Why would I tell him?
I thought he'd ask.
I just told him it's taking longer than we expected.
I know this is hard.
We spent 6 months talking about adoption. We spent another year going through the process.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's all right, too. Katie's pregnant.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
You should, get them something. Have them over for
Where you
dinner.
going, homie?
Wait, Tom, don't just walk away while we're talking.
She's breathtakingly unattractive, but she's worth over $40 million. The only Vermeer in private hands.
That's considered a masterpiece.
Last night, I got up for a scoop of orange sherbet, and she caught my eye. I just stood there in the dark, staring at her. Poor thing, ruined my appetite. Even after I went back to bed, all I could hear was the hideous music she must be playing. Didn't sleep a wink.
Why did you buy it?
Oh my God, no, she's not mine. She belongs to some hedge fund manager who lives here.
I thought you lived here.
Well, for now. The owner's been on vacation ever since the SEC started its investigation. I've never met him, but his housekeeper is an old friend. Please,
I'm here, boy.
do you have any idea how much the U.S. government has spent on signals intelligence?
You think this shit is, boy?
Your country has become a nation of eavesdroppers. Frequency domains,
Somebody come get 'em.
triangulation, satellites, crypto, whatever. You've forgotten that what matters most is human intelligence, alliance, relationships, seduction. Madeline Pratt is a master.
Madeline Pratt? Madeline Pratt
A
is...
thief and a woman of singular talents.
And now you want something of hers. And you expect the FBI to help you get it.
It was the right decision. Not to have the baby.
What did she take from you?
I'm sorry for your suffering.
Madeline Pratt. How do we find her?
Finding her is easy. Catching her is difficult. Luckily, she's asked me to help her plan a heist.
To steal what?
The effigy are much harder. The effigy was thought to be lost, disappeared from the British Museum in 1983. 2 months ago, it pops up at an estate sale in Henderson, Kentucky. The feds raided the auction and traded it back to series.
Ah, there it is. The effigy. Bill Beck, I have friends who are looking for this funny little statue and they're not the least bit interested in antiquities. What is the real story?
The Congo 6. It said that when the Cold War was ending, its owner hid a list inside the effigy, a list of Soviet spies.
Why is that relevant today?
Congo 6 are still active and are said to be responsible for some of the most damaging intelligence breaches in the past 30 years. Find the effigy, and you find them. Finding them would be the holy grail of U.S. counterintelligence.
You allowed him to vet everyone that works here.
I made no promises.
But I understand it was a free condition of his return, that aside from security and principal staff, everyone else has to be off-site.
I agreed to his terms to get him in here. Where we go from here is up to me. Excuse me.
Oh, look at you.
Sit down.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I was just looking at the pictures of Charlene and the kids. How old are they now? The kids, not Charlene.
Diane Fowler, where is she?
I have no idea. And frankly, I'm flummoxed as to why you would even care.
You expect me to believe that you walk in here after she vanishes. There's no connection.
Has Diane gone missing? Perhaps you should ask Agent Malik. She works for the woman, doesn't she?
I've had no contact.
Well, there you go.
You made it clear. You thought we had a mole and you wouldn't set foot inside this facility until that mole was captured or dead.
Who decided on this handling?
You told us you wouldn't come in until the mole had been caught.
I said nothing of the kind.
You said our house wasn't clean. Is it?
I suppose you'll have to ask Diane Fowler when you find her.
When we find out what's happened to her, we will find out. If you had anything to do with it, you didn't spend the rest of your life in the box. Understood?
You smell nice. Something new?
Maybe you didn't.
Madeline Pratt.
What about her?
This is the Madeline Pratt you all know and love. Politically active, influential, a good citizen. What you don't know is the Madeline Pratt that I love. 6 million in diamonds stolen from a De Beers outpost in Ontario. Security fibers used in, fosters relationships with incredibly powerful people. The one you don't exploits those relationships in ways that impact national security.
Well, we can't just arrest her. We have no evidence.
What we do have is an opportunity, which brings us back to the effigy of the startup. Madeline feels her profile is too high right now to steal it herself, so she's asked for my help.
Where is the effigy?
Secure wing in the Syrian embassy, for now, but it'll likely be repatriated at any moment, which means Maddie is rushed and vulnerable. She's trying to make it grab, but would normally take months to plan.
Did the Syrians know what's inside the evidence?
If they did, it would be in Damascus by now.
I can only assume, Harold, that Madeline has a Russian patron, since it's the Russians who want to protect the identities of the Kumar Six.
I'm not sanctioning and actively supporting you going in to steal everything, let alone something that may affect national security.
I'm flattered that you think I'm up to it, but thieving is not my strongest suit. Luckily, we have an ace of spades among us. Isn't that right, Agent?
What's he talking about? Is there something you want to tell us?
No, sir.
Your father's criminal record didn't show up in your background report. He was at Lucy too.
I don't have a criminal record.
Because he never committed a crime or because you were never caught?
Yes. I believe my work speaks for itself. Sir, I can do this.
All right. We'll take the case. But understand, if you do this, you're going to be on foreign soil. If something goes wrong, we can't protect you.
I need to know about how you respond under pressure. This is an embassy. Security, cameras, armed guards everywhere. One mistake, and you go to prison.
Nicole here is as calm as a Hindu cow. Tell her that story about Frank.
Who's Frank?
Guy,
What story?
we met in high school. We drifted. Small jobs, really. Just whatever we had to do to pay the rent.
Tell her about the law.
I was 17. There was a drugstore.
Gotcha, bitch.
Thursday night. They made bank deposits on Friday. I was the worker. And the night manager came back. He forgot his glasses. I gave the signal, but nothing. I convinced myself that Frank was the only thing I had in the world. So the night manager was an easy decision. What if I seduced him into the end? And then what? I played him for a little bit. And I kissed him off, told him he'd get more next week. And Frank and I went away.
And lived happily ever after. The end.
Yeah, I thought you were happily ever after.
I didn't come here to audition.
Wait, the job. It's yours.
I don't want the job. Call somebody who does.
How did you get my phone? What if I paid you double?
See, this is what I love about this. Headstrong and vulnerable, confident but cautious, I think you're going to get along great.
Your name will be on the guest list. The statue's in a UL-approved Class 1 vault situated in a strong room 1 level below the ground floor.
How long will it take to breach?
An auto dialer can circumvent the electronic keypad in 2, maybe 3 minutes tops. I'll supply equipment that could get through a metal detector.
What about physical security?
There are 2 guards stationed outside that strong room, armed and mobile. They do a hall sweep every 20 minutes. When they take their patrol at 9:20, you'll have 10 minutes.
How do I get in?
Vidar Malwa, embassy official. He has the security credentials you'll need to get to structures classified lower level. He takes a coffee break every day at 4 p.m. Wears his ID on the lapel of his jacket. Isn't after a clip of his standard brush pass. This lift needs to be round trip, not one way. Can't raise any flags.
I know someone who can clone his badge before Marwan can return to the embassy.
Okay, here we go.
You good?
It'll be in 90 seconds.
Lucky.
It's Marilyn Paxton card. I swiped
shit.
it on her phone. If I'm gonna do this, I wanna know who she talks to and why.
You know how to palm a phone?
How will you return his badge?
I won't. You will. Get a second brush pass before he re-enters the building.
He's coming.
You have about 15 seconds. Hurry.
What are we doing on Marlon's ID?
This is like my
How long do you
3rd
need?
time being a
Almost
killer.
there. Okay, 30 seconds.
So,
He's on the move. I need the
Yeah,
badge
you
now.
can zoom.
Somebody stole him.
We are a go.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Good.
Did you get on?
Yes.
Hey, I'm sorry. I broke our rule. Shouldn't have walked away upset.
Brian and Katie are having a kid. It's hard.
Oh, Mama. Hey, is this like a undercover thing tonight? Because if you need a partner, I've got some pretty good fake IDs.
Zip me up.
Hey, I want to ask you something. So, you know, I have that teacher conference in Orlando this weekend, and I was thinking, you should come with me. Just sunshine and beaches and get away from all this.
Orlando's landlocked. Pretty sure there aren't any beaches.
And that's why I don't teach geography.
I would love that. We could use a vacation.
Tell me about it.
Just you and me.
Do you want to maybe undercover before I get go undercover?
We have a problem. I had my people run background on the guest list for tonight's event. The file's in the Ottoman. Rasil Khalid, notorious playboy, works as a cultural attaché in the Syrian embassy. Apparently Madeline's been seeing him for some time.
Why is that a problem?
Cultural attaché is Khalid's couple. Truth is, he's been recruited as an asset by the Russian Bratva. He's a mobster. My guess is, he's the one who hired Maddie to steal the effigy. And right about now, she's walking into the embassy as his date.
What? You said her profile was too high and she wasn't going.
Well, she is.
Why would she hire us to steal the effigy when she's obviously planning on stealing it herself?
Wow. And I like your clutch.
What are you wearing?
A tuxedo? I'm your +1.
You can't get into that embassy.
Oh, yes, I can. Some of my best friends are Syrian.
You act like this is a joke. There's a digital net over the embassy. Iran can't access the surveillance feeds. I'm going onto foreign soil to steal a priceless artifact with no backup.
You have me. And I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
You wanted to see me, Sal?
Close the door. I meant what I said to Reddington. This thing with Fowler. Wherever she is, whatever happened, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Diane and I didn't have a lot in common, but she put this task force together, made it possible. Without her, none of this would ever have happened.
You're talking in the past tense.
Agent Malik, you know as well as I that Diane Fowler is never walking into this facility again. As far as I'm concerned, this is a murder investigation, and Reddington is our chief suspect.
He was clearly convinced that Fowler was unarmed.
I don't care what he thinks. Even if Reddington's right, and Fowler was dirty, he's not judge, jury, and executioner. You can't just kill her. That's not the way it works. Find out what he knows. Who did he talk to? What evidence did he have? I want to know everything.
There's Madeline. You think she'd be us to it?
Stay on task. We have 2 minutes to access the security door. Shall we?
Lizzie, I know this must be very difficult for you, but we can't both lead.
How did you know about Omaha?
I didn't.
You're the one who brought it up.
Oh, it was a heartwarming story. The night manager in the alley.
I made it up.
You're not a cop tonight. You're a criminal. You're gonna be fine. Just be yourself. The security door is behind you. 20 feet up and right.
Okay, I'm gonna need a distraction.
Yourself.
Mind if I cut in?
What are you doing here, Madeline?
What are you doing here, Vinny?
I came to watch you.
Thank you. You still wear the hell out of the tux.
My plane is 15 minutes from here. We'll be in Tegucigalpa by breakfast.
The girl. Tell me about her.
What would you like to know?
How did you pick her?
Fate.
She's a little young for you.
You think?
Last summer, what happened in Florence? What happened to you? You left me alone. I deserve an explanation.
I was serious about Tegucigalpa. You think? Right now.
What happened in Florence?
Come on. I need to get you to the safe room.
Quick. Hurry. There's a man. He had a gun. The man had a gun.
Suspects on stairway A2.
Reddington, it's him. He's the one who did this. Call security.
Al-Daraj. Al-Daraj.
There you are. What the hell happened to you? You just leave me stranded with that awful Algerian? He's been hitting on me for 20 minutes.
So it's a secure area.
Not secure enough if you ask me, sister. You know what? Why don't you ask Racine? We wouldn't even be here if it weren't for that troublemaker. Always an agenda with him. Cultural attaché culture my ass. The things I do for this one. Gallivanting around the globe for your little assignations with carrying her furs and bikinis as if I wouldn't rather be back in Dutchess County with my shelties. Hey, don't take anything for granted. Everything you have was bought and paid for by your boyfriend. Do you have any idea whose horn this tramp is blowing? Let's just say it starts with Bashar and ends with Assad, gassing you faster than a Sunni. So, let's get her out of the hot seat and into a limo. Good God, crumbs up. What? Your cummerbund, pleats up. You look like Bob Yashimura in 8th grade swing choir. It's upside down. Oh!
What the hell was that?
I don't know. It just felt so right in the moment.
Where's Pratt?
Gone.
And the effigy?
Gone with her.
I have what you want. When you've wired payment, I'll contact you with the location of the effigy. If I don't hear from you within the hour, it's gone.
Where the hell is Reddit?
And he told me he was going to try and locate Pratt.
For all we know, he set up this whole thing to get the identities of the Russian spies damaging national security. The Syrians know the safe was open as a distraction, and they're still trying to account for exactly who was in that panic room with the effigy. They're attributing the whole heist to Reddington.
She knew where the effigy was the entire time, and she used us to get it. She got me to set off the alarm, and she used Reddington's notoriety to get the Syrians to believe that he took it.
Got something. SIM card Keen took from Pratt's phone.
This is a list of outgoing calls she made over the past 2 weeks. Several of these calls were to a mosque outside of Arlington.
Homeland has a person of interest tied to that mosque, a player named Firas Ashir.
And he's connected how?
We're not sure, but the biggest red flag is his family's connection to the People's Liberation Alliance.
Extremist organization out of Aleppo. Apparently the father is a local warlord with financial ties to the group.
Kinda. Pretty much for question.
Hey, tickets have been booked, bags are being packed, and we are all set to fly out first thing tomorrow.
Tom?
Don't tell me. Work.
There's nothing I can do.
There's never anything you can do because your job has now become our life.
What do you want me to say?
You don't have to say anything.
You know what? I'm gonna change my ticket. I'm gonna fly from there.
What? Wait.
No, I'm not gonna wait.
I think some time apart might be the best thing for us.
That is the last thing I want.
It's not always about what you want, Liz.
Want me to rough him up for you?
I hate this job. How do you know Madeline Pratt?
She called me last month, asked about the effigy. I'd never met her before, and I don't know how she found me.
So why'd she call you then?
Because the effigy of Ashtarta once belonged to my father.
He stole it from the British Museum.
He was a patriot who revered Ashtarta. He thought it belonged in Syria.
And why put it up for auction?
He didn't. As I told Miss Pratt, my father only possessed the effigy for a few months. Until the Americans raided our compound.
What were they looking for?
All I remember is opening a door and seeing him holding the statue. He slipped something inside it. A piece of paper.
What did it say?
I don't know. But he placed the effigy in my arms and told me to run and protect it. I was 7. When the Americans found me, they took the statue as a trophy. They let me go, but my father...
What happened to your father?
I never saw him again. For me, that was the day he died.
The CIA sanctioned a covert op to raid the compound with al-Hakam Ashir in early December 1983. The agency received credible intelligence that Ashir had met with former KGB agents to purchase information.
What kind of information?
Ashir paid $3 million for the location of the Kunga 6, which, according to the Sun's story, he hid in the base of the statue.
So it appears the 6 aren't people.
But what do you mean?
During the Cold War, there were rumors that Russia was able to hide several nuclear weapons in America. Those weren't rumors. Pratt was hired to steal the effigy because inside it are directions to those weapons. Cougar 6, not Russian agents.
They're nuclear bombs. Hidden all across the country.
Tell me about the coordinates.
What coordinates?
Stop it. I had a little talk with Lucille. We had a few laughs, compared notes about you. You told me all about that delightful thing you do with the trouser belt, which was a bit hurtful since I was pretty sure it was our thing. The coordinates.
It's over. You were playing. Go home. You really want to know why I brought you into this? Florence. Because you didn't show. Florence was everything. Our way out, a fresh start, but to you, it's all just a job. Mr. Culpa, honestly, if I was interested in having an affair, I'd find a man with hair.
Suitcase nukes. This is the kind of device the KGB would smuggle into the US at the time. Each bomb has about 50 pounds of high explosive material, blast radius of nearly 2,000 feet.
You place one of these near a high-profile target, forward alarm guarantees massive outages.
Got a mess team on standby. Where are we on Khalif?
We confirmed Reddington's allegation. Rasil Khalif is an asset working undercover for the Russian mafia. If they get their hands on these news, God knows who they'll resell them to.
The Syrians aren't getting it. It's gone. I want to sold it to the Russians.
I ran out of gas. I was so excited to get home. You know how it looked. I had... gas.
What are you talking about?
It was Christmas Eve. I pulled off to the side of the road. It seemed like it had been snowing for days. No traffic, no cars to come help. Just me and a car full of gifts. 20 years ago. I must have walked 4 miles, 5 maybe. So still. Just cold and white. The whole time all I could think about was that in our house. Warm light, smoke from the chimney. The sound of my daughter, piano. Smell of the tree, the fire, oyster stew, and so. I was so upset to think that I'd ruined Christmas. Being late, leaving the gifts in the car. But the closer I got, the more I realized how funny the whole thing was. How much I loved the story. Daddy running out of gas. How every Christmas he gets such joy from telling that story at night. And then finally, I got there. I walked. I walked through the door. And there was just blood. All I saw was blood. All there was blood.
Smell the name of her name. Feel the fingers of my cheek. Spread my
I'm switching to Survivor.
That's why I didn't show up in Florence.
Sure you want to survive.
That's why I haven't showed up in a lot of places over the years.
It's alright.
No, don't. Please, please, no, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop us. I'll tell you what you want to know.
I gave you what you wanted. Where is he?
We have the location of the effigy.
You son of a...
Yes.
You'll never get to it in time. Damn you, Bennington! Damn you, Raymond! You let me out of here right now, you son of a bitch!
Was it true? That story about your family? Was any of it true?
We should have gone to Tegucigalpa.
Yeah, too soon we're late to the party, so.
Watch your backs.
Alright, Survivor time.
ERT examined the statue. There was nothing inside. No coordinates. No papers of any kind. Nothing on Khalif or any of his men.
It appears Madeline sent us on an old-fashioned sniper.
I sent a team to the warehouse where you said we could find Pratt. She was gone. Where is she?
Let's talk about the effigy.
Why? The idea that it actually contained anything was obviously a myth.
Or maybe Madeline double-crossed the Russians and kept the coordinates to the nukes for herself and led you to believe it was all a myth.
You have them.
While you were chasing the effigy, I was coming to terms with Madeline in a moment of weakness. She gave me the coordinates.
You knew there was nothing inside the effigy when you sent us after Harith.
I thought you might have a passing interest in rounding up some Russian mobsters.
The coordinates, where are they?
Relax, Harold. I have no use for rusty Russian firecrackers left over from the 60s.
You want the effigy.
And you want the bombs. How about a trade?
Hi, you've reached Tom Dean. I'm away from my phone right now, but leave a message.
He's falling flat.
Taking off already?
Yeah. Eating Audrey for dinner.
I think he's gonna leave me. No, go. We have dinner.
We'll understand.
That was quick. Hello, Moto.
Hello, right?
We can kill her.
May I help you?
Special Agent Walter Gary Martin, DC Bureau. Let me just start by saying the director really values all the work you're doing here. Personally, I can't think of anyone better suited for the job.
The officer said you wanted to talk about Diane Fowler.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what, I've heard people talk about the post office, but this facility. Now look, I don't want to sound any alarm bells, but become aware of the fact that you've tasked one of your agents to investigate the disappearance of Diane Fowler.
Is that a problem?
The disappearance of the head of the criminal division is a situation we need to manage carefully.
What does that mean?
You need to stop. I don't want to step on any toes.
That's not going to happen.
But this is coming from up top. The investigation into the disappearance of Diane Fowler is being handled by the DC Bureau. If we have any questions, we'll call.
I asked Agent Malley to look at...
You need to stop. I've been cleared level 4. I'm gonna need all your case files.
This Agent Martin.
To be abundantly clear, the DC field office is running point. It's protocol. We'll take it from here.
What's going on? Everything okay? You all right? You a little turned around? Hey, if you're headed to Harrisburg, you're going the wrong way. Harrisburg. You hear me? What do you got there? Assistant U.S. Attorney?
He hasn't spoken. The doctor said he experienced severe trauma.
Where did you find him?
Well, on the highway outside of Harrisburg. Still piecing together. We think he made the hitchhike. Yeah? You okay?
It's been 12 years.
Fucking out of there, boy.
Mark. It's me. It's Donna.
I like that verse.
It's been 12 years.
What is this, 78?
Got a picture?
I still love Cadillacs.
She's alive. She's calling herself Jolene Parker. I'll notify you when I find her.
You don't have all the information.
All I need.
No, she's...
So I tell you how to do your job. No, I don't. So don't tell me how to do mine. If I was able to find you hiding on that sheep farm outside of Dingle, I could find this girl. Don't you worry, how?
I love hats. That, honestly, that takes a certain kind of man. What size are you? 7 1/4? I'm a 7 1/2.
I'll find the girl.
I don't want you to find her. I know where she is. I want you to tell me where she's been. Cities, safe houses, aliases. She's already faked her death to elude me. Now she's back. I want you to tell me everything you can about where she's been, what she's been up to.
I mean, I thought the teacher conference on a book burning.
There's nothing wrong with a little editing. They're children. Kids should be reading Lolita.
Why not? I mean, let the heart go where it wants to go.
Mr. Whitney's heart sent him right into an affair with Jimmy Logan's mom. Are you saying that's okay?
No, I don't think books are anything to be afraid of. I mean, I think that people have affairs because they're miserable in their marriages. And I don't think you should judge them for it. I certainly don't think you can blame a book. What do you think, Tom?
I think Mr. Whitney should thank his Logan's mom is way out of his league.
You call me provincial, but I, for one, think it's inappropriate. I mean, how old is he?
That's not good.
Lizzie! Have you seen the paper?
What about it?
Mark Hastings, U.S. Attorney from Maryland. 12 years ago, he indicted the head of the Reynoso cartel. A week later, he went missing.
I remember the Bureau assumed it was a retribution killing.
Yeah, well, 2 days ago, he was found wandering on a road in Pennsylvania. Nobody knows where he's been.
Was he in hiding?
I believe he was held captive, but not by the Reynoso cartel. It's all quite a mystery. They say he's too traumatized to speak. But if what I believe about Hastings is true, he has been held captive all these years, then it would confirm that the myth is true. The judge is real. Culture as a justice myth, an avenging angel who exacts revenue.
And then?
Nobody knows for sure. Nobody's ever met him. Somehow the appeals make their way to the judge. He reviews the case, and if he thinks you're innocent, he evens the score. If freedom or life were taken unfairly, He demands the same in return. An eye for an eye.
Reddington says Mark Hastings was held captive?
Yes, but not by Reynoso. He thinks it might have been payback for a different case Hastings prosecuted 12 years ago. Wrong? Leonard Depp